and then I'm going to be introducing the guest speaker. I'm also going to, and then the guest speaker will be taking over for 40 minutes, and then we have a question and answer, and then we introduce you to a few things about MARITE Consulting that we think would interest you. So like I said, we're currently in the session where we're talking about who we are and what we do. And I'm going to just run very quickly on that, run through that very quickly. So MARITE Consulting is an IT consulting firm that we specialize on IT consulting, IT services, providing IT services to both individuals and organizations. We also focus on IT trainings, and we focus on technical recruitment for organizations. So a few things we do, but before I run through what we do, I'm just going to run through our vision as well as our mission. Our vision is enabling businesses to thrive through cutting-edge technology solutions while equipping individuals with the necessary IT knowledge to excel in the evolving landscape of the future workforce. So as much as possible, we're not just focused on organizations, but we also think that it's important to build individuals who make up these organizations, and build not just individuals, but quality individuals. So it's one of our vision to equip and enable people as well as individuals to thrive in the world of technology. So our mission is to empower businesses with transformative IT consulting and innovative solutions, while equipping individuals with the essential IT skills to thrive in the digital era. So good as it is, people don't need to work with a company anymore to practice IT and to succeed in the space of IT. I mean, a lot of people stay in their houses thanks to remote work. People stay in their houses, do a lot of IT things, make a lot of money, and don't need to work under any organization. So, but then before you can do or achieve something like that, it's important you are well equipped for such, and which is one of the things that we are doing here at MARITE Services. And apart from the business side of MARITE Service, we also have the part where we give back to people, which is what we are doing here today, which is the MARITE Knowledge Session. The MARITE Knowledge Session runs every month, once a month, and as much as possible, we'll try to address different issues in IT. We'll try to put people on the right track when it comes to IT. We'll try to, some subjects in IT as well that we think people would like to know, or I think I've seen this somewhere. I've seen this particular IT role somewhere, but I don't even know what it entails. So with time, as we proceed with the knowledge session, we're going to be having people from different areas of IT also talk to us about those things. So we have an idea if it is what we want to go into or not. So the MARITE Knowledge Session is going to be a learning session for us. It's a free session, a learning session for us every month. So that is what we do, and that is who we are. Don't forget, I also mentioned that we also run trainings, IT trainings, as part of our core in MARITE Consulting. As we proceed in the session, I'm going to be talking a bit about some of the trainings that we have currently, or the trainings that we have that are about to commence, just in case you'll be interested in plugging into any of the trainings. But before we get into that, I'm going to be moving into the next session, which is introducing our speaker. So today we are more than privileged to have an amazing person, not just join us, but speaking in this event today. And that person is not other than the person in the flyer. That is Abimbola Falokwe. Abimbola Falokwe, we want to say thank you so much for joining the call. But before you come up, I want everybody to please unmute their mics, if that's not too much to ask, and clap and welcome our speaker. I'm waiting to hear sounds. I'm waiting to hear sounds.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
For those who clapped, I only want to meet me after this session. So, like I said, I'm going to be introducing the speaker, and I'm going to read through very quickly a little bit about Abimbola Falokwe, just so that you know that we didn't bring any other person, we brought somebody. All right. So Abimbola Falokwe is a highly accomplished professional with a solid educational background in computer science from Taro Solarin University of Education. He currently serves as a site reliability DevOps engineer at Tech Experts, leveraging his expertise in cloud and DevOps engineering. Abimbola holds certifications as a Linux Foundation Certified System Administrator and Microsoft Certified Trainer. You know, easy, trust With a strong sense of motivation, adaptability, and responsibility, Abimbola excels as a support and DevOps engineer. He actively contributes to reputable organizations by applying his professional and technical skills honed through previous field training experiences in IT industry. Abimbola is dedicated to providing exceptional services and as much as giving back to, and also giving back to the society. He remains open to learning and acquiring new technological skills as the industry evolves, and he possesses a resolute drive to see project through to completion. Can you please, with a resounding clap, welcome with me, Abimbola Falokbe on stage.
You go fair profile now. You go fair profile.
Please, I need that clap. I need that clap. If you don't clap, it's not coming anywhere. It's not going to be speaking. I
Welcome,
need that clap.
welcome.
I'm only hearing one voice. What's going on,
Welcome,
guys?
Abimbola. Welcome on board.
Welcome, Abimbola. We cannot.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Abimbola, at this junction,
Welcome, Abimbola.
I would like to take a bow and let you take the stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. So, my name is Abimbola, just like she read. I currently work with ATOS Nigeria. I'm going to be sharing my screen. Just give me some few minutes. I work with ATOS. I'm a site reliability engineer and also I'm partly a DevOps engineer. Our organization is very large, so you have to work as a DevOps engineer while you work as a DevOps engineer. So just give me a few minutes to set up my screen.
Okay.
Sharing my. Okay, I think. Okay, so great. Thank you everyone for coming to this for joining us in today's session. First, here's my person. If I'm to, can you all hear me? Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can
Can
hear
you
you.
see my screen? Can you? What about my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes, we can
Thank
see
you very
you.
much.
Making the
So
trial.
here's my person. Whenever I'm trying to interact with people, I always like to call their names. Hi, Adi Dodson. Hope you're doing very well today. So I interact with people to
Hi,
ensure
thank you,
that
Bimbo. Fine.
we are able to communicate with one another. So that's my person. So I'm going to call out everyone's name. So I believe calling out your name, you definitely feel like you are needed here and you're respected here. So Adi Dodson, I believe you're doing very well. Oluwaseun, how are you today? Hi, Oluwaseun. You can just meet yourself, or meet yourself rather, and say hi, Abimbola. So let's just do
I'm
that.
fine. I'm fine.
Thank you very much. Hi, Opeyemi. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing
Hello.
fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madeline, how are you today? You did a wonderful pre-session. I really appreciate you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Samuel. Good. How are you, Samuel? Hi, Samuel. Papadotun. Can you hear me? Hello, Bukola, are you there?
Yes,
Bukola is not saying it.
hi.
Oh, how are you? Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm fine.
Tayo,
Good
how are you
evening.
today? Thank you, ma'am. Hello, Tayo, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you very much. Esther, how are you?
Fine.
Thank you very much, Esther. Lola, how are you today? Matt, Musbah, how are you?
How are you too?
Thank you very much. Kayode Peter Mayoga, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Tayo,
It's everybody's
good.
Oga.
Thank you everyone for joining this session. We really appreciate you. So today we are going to be talking about switching to IT. And first, before we go on, firstly, I would like to talk about a story of a friend of mine. So what happened to her? She actually studied social science. She studied sociology in school in University of Abuja. And today when I look at her, she called me earlier on and I'm like, wow, she's really doing very well, making money, um, like contributing to the community itself in the IT space. Like she's doing absolutely well. And what did she study? She studied sociology. She studied from the University of Abuja. She never graduated with one of the best results in school. Now, I'm not trying to deprive anybody or trying to discourage you from thriving hard in order for you to graduate as one of the best students in your faculty or in the university at large. But she told me that she never graduated very well. But today, like 7, 10 years down the line, she's doing extremely well. What did she do? She noticed that she has flair. She loved to learn new skills. She loved IT itself. So she applied for Microsoft Leap. She joined Microsoft Leap. She was asked to come work with Tech Expert as a support engineer. And this girl joined Tech Expert. She was doing absolutely well. She got a job and she earned in million. So regardless of your background, regardless of what you studied from the university, regardless of, I was opportune to be a computer science engineer. However, there was this point in my life where I stopped, where I had to do something different. But I decided to talk to myself that, hey, I can't continue like this, so I have to go back to where I'm coming from. So I decided to venture into where just go back to where I used to be. And today, I thank God, and I know the future is very bright. So the story of my friend is to tell you that you can actually move from where you are, regardless of what you're currently doing. All you need to do, just fix your mind, fix your heart, strive for what you want, and you'll definitely achieve what you've set your mind to achieve. So today we're talking about making a career switch into IT. My name is Abimbola Samuel. People do call me, like, I prefer people say Abimbola Samuel, because many people be like, the feminine name. No, I'm a guy. I'm a guy. So I just love to say, hey, my name is Abimbola Samuel. So there is actually an hyphen that you can see at the center of Abimbola, or between Abimbola and Samuel. So thank you very much. So today there are a few questions we need to ask ourselves. Why do you want a career switch into the IT sector or into the IT space? So these are a few questions you need. These are questions you need to. There are a lot of sub questions you need to answer. Why do I want to go into this space? Am I going into this space because of money? Am I going into this space because other or my colleague are going into this space? I think it's fine to say, hey, currently in Nigeria, if you want to make money, you need to go into IT. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. However, you still need to say, what am I going to do in this field? Like, what am I going to do that will make me a man that can stand out, that people will definitely look to have me in their organization? What am I going to contribute to this space? So before you can start thinking of all those, you should first be able to answer these questions. Have you developed a dislike towards your current profession, profession, that's your role? Yes, I graduated from the university and I found myself working as a compliant engineer, a compliance officer in one of these telcos, and I wasn't satisfied. The year 2018 was the year I discovered myself. Like, I came to that point where I told myself, Bimbo, you can't be here. I cannot be here. I'm just so tired. So that was when I decided to go back to where I was coming from. So I realized that, in fact, I have disdain for my current role, and this current role isn't helping me. And I think each and every one of us should look inward and ask ourselves some questions. Am I really satisfied in my current state? In next 5 years, am I going to be very, very important working in this organization and doing the same job role? So these are questions you should ask yourself. So are you interested in solving real life issues with technology? Yeah. So in our organization, I'm trying to paint real life scenarios so you can place yourself in one of these scenarios that I'm going to be painting. So um, in our organization, I work as a site reliability engineer. So that simply means we need to ensure that our customers' API. I work for MTN. Like, I work for Atos. It's a French company, so our partner happens to be MTN Nigeria. So we manage the DevOps aspect of it. We manage their APIs to ensure that whenever you want to do star 966, like you want to try to use a particular bank um, USSD with your MTN line, you are able to subscribe. You are able to carry out such operation. So we manage all the API connections. So I serve as a site reliability engineer. So I'm currently working today. So I'm monitoring our APIs. These are APIs. These are classified information. So we don't really need to go into all this. So what I'm saying is, we decided to, as at some weeks back, or months back, MTN Nigeria, they were having a lot of issues. So what we did was to come up with we come up with a model that will help us to monitor the environment so that whenever a particular service is down, for example, looking at this service is down, right? All we need to do is we need to bring the service up. That simply means we came up with a model to ensure that when MTN service or any of the services are down, we should be able to bring them up. So there was a loophole, and we were able to solve that loophole using technology, which is Kibana. What I just showed you is Kibana. That service is actually up. However, it's not currently populating, so I don't want you guys to criticize me. But you're supposed to bring that service up. Why are you not bringing it up? So we were able to come up with a technology that will help us to solve MTN's issue. So currently, um, that is sorted out. Do you just want to explore new things? Yeah, there are some of us who just want to explore new technology. We just want to do something different. We just want to move from where we are. We love to explore. Beautiful. So all these are questions you need to ask yourself. Why do you want to make a career switch to the IT space? So number two question, knowing the reason for a career switch would help us to do what help us to would help us to do sorry. I think I made a mistake. Knowing the reasons for a career switch would help us to know what else to do. Apologies for that. So I needed to try to reach out to me many times. I was quite busy because I had to monitor our environment. Apologies for the error there. So how to successfully make a career switch to IT? So you need to know what to do. How am I going to achieve this? So for me, when I realized that, I am not going to remain as a compliant engineer, I enrolled for a particular course. So I took a step. So these are action plans you all need to think of carrying out. Like, these are action plans you need to um effect. Like, you need to ensure that this will definitely be considered in any of my plans. So how to successfully make a career switch to IT? Be specific about the technology to focus on. You can't just say you want to move to IT. What do you want to do? You want to be a security expert. You want to be a DevOps engineer. You want to be a site reliability engineer. You want to be a front end and back end engineer. No, you're just moving. You're transiting from a particular point to the other. So the first thing you need to do is for you to be focused on one technology. Like, be focused on one technology. Understand this technology very well, and then you sprint or you continue the marathon. I just got an alert from work and have to check that. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 minute, please.
All right. So why
Okay,
be
it's
okay?
okay. It's okay. I'm
Sorry.
back. Thank you very much. So so you have to be specific about the technology to focus on. So you need to try as much as possible to focus on the technology, build yourself on that regarding that technology, and try to talk to people about what you have been doing in the IT space. So for example, when I realized that I'm not going to do this again, I started talking to people. I reached out to my former boss, where I was actually doing where I was where I worked as a student during my CWS period. So he told me that since you want to come to the IT space, you know what, there is this course you can actually do, and from there everything will be all right. So I did that because I met someone that had gone before me, or someone that was ahead of me. So you need to always talk to people. You need to always reach out to people, and by so doing, definitely you will not miss track, and you definitely find yourself in a better position. So do not be a jack of all trade that master none. Like, you can't just keep doing everything. Just like I said earlier, you need to be focused. Pick one trade you want to learn. Pick one skill. Just go for one. Go for one. I went for cloud because I love cloud. I I still remember my project as a university graduate. My project when I wanted to graduate, it was forensic investigation in cloud computing. So I still have every my write up. I actually did a lot of work on that project. That's one of the reasons I still love infrastructure to today. That's one of the reasons I still love hypervisor because I love to create labs. So you need to always go for one technology. Just go for one. Don't stress yourself. Just go for one. If you can go for one, talk to people about it, and I believe everything will be fine. Sorry, I'm very sorry for this. Wasn't in the right mood, so let's go. Okay, pick up a job role or an internship role that align with what you're learning. So you need to think of picking up a job role, like just go out there, talk to people, tell them you need something to do. Mom, if you're not being paid, pick it, take it. If the money is very small, I remembered when I came to Tech Expert, bro. I can actually tell you my salary very small. I mean, very small. And I had a lot of friends who, when I came to Tech Expert, I got a job with another organization, and the salary was far bigger than that of Tech Expert. And I told myself, no, I'm going to stay with Tech because I have to learn. Everything isn't about money. So I decided to stay with Tech Expert. I stayed with Tech Expert. I learned. I left Tech Expert for a better place that paid me far better what Tech was paying me. And in fact, the organization that reached out to me before Tech, after I joined Tech, um, I still do things with them. Whenever they need my help, they reach out to me and I just help them tidy their stuff. If I had left Tech without learning very well, you know, I would have gone to the organization and possibly I would have been chased out. So sometimes it's best for you to stay. Sometimes it's best for you to take up that role, regardless of the pay, regardless of um, what people will say. Just do something. Look for organization that can offer internship or intel um, for your role of interest and apply. So don't be afraid. Try to um, go out there, search for organization that can assist. Search for organization that can assist, and I bet you definitely see one. It's all about determination. It's all about consistency. Just do this, be focused, keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. There was this point in my life where I was so tired of applying for jobs, and thank God I had friends like Jennifer and Catherine. They were there for me. They were like, Bimbo, we believe in you. Just keep applying, keep applying. And you know what? I never did apply for my current role. I posted something on LinkedIn. A friend of mine saw it. She was like, Bimbo, we need someone who can do this. We need someone who can do this. I was like, no issues now. She then asked me to send my CV. I did, and I did 4 good interviews, and all came out positive. The last one was with a guy in South Africa, and that was how I was able to get my current role. So it's not about you trying to hop from one place to the other. Stay where you are. Do that internship. Do that salary job that is not that much, and I believe you definitely do very well in life. Just bear with me, everyone, please. I'm trying to multitask, checking my job, and also trying to be focused here. Okay, seek professional help. Yeah, seek professional help. So many times, a friend of mine got married today. His name is Femi. So Femi happens to be a DevOps engineer with UBA Bank. So Femi is a great guy. Femi always reach out to me, Bimbo, I have this issue with Kubernetes. I need your help. And I'll be like, you know what? Let's do this together. And many times I do stay back. I resume work at 8 o'clock in the morning and I close at 5. But because I stay on the island, I have to stay back to do a lot of repos because by the grace of God, I think I'm a kind of guy who love to do what is asked to do. So I have to do my job for the day very well. So at night, after work hour, I stay back and I do my my personal stuff. So myself and family will stay back. We'll do our repro and we we definitely get what we want. We definitely resolve issues and difficult tasks. Sometimes we just do project, personal project. So you need to seek professional help. Many times I reach out to people. Many times my guys who work who once worked with tech expert do reach out to me, telling me that, hey Bimbo, I need this assistance, and I'll be like, okay, this is how what I think, this is how I think this can be resolved, and we are able to come up with something. So you need to join community. Also, there are a lot of communities on LinkedIn. Go out there, join community, on communities rather. Um, on WhatsApp, on Twitter. Like there is this girl I do follow on Twitter. She's a DevOps engineer. There are a lot of machine learning engineer out there, a lot of artificial intelligence modeling engineers out there. So you can just go out there. Um it's fine to use your social media to do something else, but there's nothing stopping you from trying to say, you know what, I'm still going to use it for myself to build myself instead of just using for entertainment alone. YouTube is there, Facebook is there. There are a lot of communities out there. Go out there and try to join these communities. If possible, request that they share real life problems that they're experiencing in their workplace. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can actually tell them, you know what, somebody told me, Bimbo, I'm learning DevOps, so please share me problem you're passing, you guys are experiencing rather in your company, so I'll be able to I'll be able to look into it and try to see if I can resolve it. I told him, yeah, makes sense, no issues. I'll keep sending you problems that we're having. However, it's not going to be like a live problem, something that he can simulate from his environment, because it's not possible for you to replicate a production environment down to your personal lab. So you can actually reach out to people, talk to them. Bro, sis, you need to be desperate. You're not desperate to commit a crime, you're desperate for this knowledge. One thing I learned so far, if you have what it takes to do something, you will see yourself so eager to get that thing done. For example, if I ask you, can you tell me where um Kafanchan is located in Nigeria? Because you know it, you'll be so quick to say it's in Kaduna State. Do you understand? So, but if you don't know it, you'll be timid. So that's how it is. You want to learn, you have passion for this, go out there, talk to people, seek professional help. And I somewhat believe that if we all can just it's I think it's not possible for us to like try to take everything I'm saying here into our heart or into our head. But if you can just pick one and leverage one to the latter, I somewhat believe that you would definitely successfully migrate from being a non-IT person um, to a great IT guy. And now IT um, is not just about coding. I don't code. Yes, I work with a lot of code. Yes, I do scripting. Yes, I do those. But IT at large isn't about coding. Because many people get scared when you tell them, hey, you you're a tech bro. They're like, hey, you, you're very great. Like you code every day. And I'm like, no, I don't code every day. These are the stuff I do. These are the stuff I do. And they're like, can I do that? Yes, you can. You can too. All you need to do, just know how to successfully migrate from this point to that point. Right certification. We can't overemphasize this. In all fairness, I think we can't. Okay, great. Let me explain this to you. Writing certifications. I actually know how certification has helped many of us. I would have been in Nigeria today. I would have been in Ireland, like Ireland in Europe. What happened? This company, which is AWS, reached out to myself and my friend. For myself, I'm this kind of person who I don't print you be like me. So I so much love Azure to the extent that I stick to Azure. I mean, I learn Azure services almost every week. I learn resources on Azure. Last week I still played with Azure Container Apps. It's not like a new technology, but they had a lot of features, and I played with it last week. It makes sense, beautiful infrastructure environment, and which you can deploy your containerized application. So I love Azure more than AWS. So and AWS itself reached out to us. They needed a DevOps engineer for a relocation job. They reached out to myself and my friend, but I they reached out to myself and my friend. But what I did was I just told them, yes, I can do this, because they saw that I have the certificate. Yes, I actually can do this. But I just told myself, I'm not interested in all this. So what I'm saying here is writing certification would definitely open doors for you. It will definitely open doors for you, like a lot of doors. If I open my LinkedIn um, messages, you see lots and lots of guys reaching out to me, telling me that hey, they saw my profile, this. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, I understand. But many times you just tell them, I'm not interested. So I have a lot of Azure certificate. I have a lot of Linux Foundation certificates that can actually say, hey, that guy is a great guy, he can do this job. So your certificate will actually push you out there for people to believe in you. Ordinarily, it's going to help you. So try to write certifications regarding your field. If you're into IT, if you're into cloud, go for the cloud exam certification. If you're into DevOps, go for DevOps certification. If you are into open source, go for open source. What's it called? Open source certification, and you see yourself being a guy everybody want to be with, and definitely you're going to stand out in the IT space. So write certification exam regarding the technology field of your choice. So you know the one you want to go for it, and ace the exams. So also your CV matters. Like your CV does matter. Believe me, it does matter. So I have a friend. I think this is very funny. So this guy, I'm not insulting nobody. I'm not trying to talk down nobody. I won't for any reason. So my guy is not as structured when it comes to DevOps. But he packages CV, man. If you see the CV, you'll be like, wow, this guy definitely go bad. Oh. But during the interview, he still called on us, like you were able to like put him through. So and he got the job. I'm not saying you should lie, but try to package yourself. There are great guys out there who can actually. I think Mrs. Magdalene can actually do this for you guys. The way she packaged me, I even doubted myself if I was the one she was trying to introduce. So it's best for you to package yourself, and I appreciate that for that. Thank you very much, ma'am. It's good to package yourself. Package yourself. Reach out to guys who can actually help you phrase your CV. Reach out to those tech brothers and sisters out there. I have a tech sis anyways. Her name is Catherine. So reach out to people who can help you package your CV for your CV to look like standard CV, and then start applying. You should not lie. Everything you're putting in your CV should be things you can actually do. Once you can do that, ma'am, believe in me, SARS, you will definitely get a lot of calls from recruiters, and hopefully you get this job. So how did the projects you've done in the past, like when you were learning this particular IT skill, those projects you've learned, put them out there. I can't I can't keep talking about this. I do see what our boss Kyrie Peters is doing. Like on his LinkedIn page, he loves to teach. That's very beautiful. If he's to write his CV, he's going to put it there that he has this platform on LinkedIn where he teaches people this technology, this and that. So anybody that sees your CV will be like, wow, this guy is about, like, I don't want to use the word ordinary. I don't like to use such words. So the person will be like, wow, this guy is a great guy. If he's into this, he does this. Definitely, you should be able to handle this for us. So anything you've done, just put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out there. Just keep putting them out there. Also, go on LinkedIn, go on Twitter, go on your WhatsApp status. I have friends that do post stuff on their WhatsApp status. Just go out there and just put out yourself. When you put out yourself, that is when one guy will see you and say, "Wow, so you can do this thing," and our organization is actually looking for this person. It's not that you've been doing that stuff for many years, bro. Sis, you've just been doing this for like the past 7 months, in fact, 10 months. But you package yourself to the extent that anybody that sees you would doubt that, hey, this guy has been in the IT space for the past 7 months, and they'll give you the opportunity, believing that if you can do all this, definitely you should be able to do this for us. Meet people and network. Yeah, have we talked about this? I don't think so. You need to meet people. Now we talked about you meeting those that can help you to successfully migrate. Now we are now talking about meeting people and networking with people. For you to grow in life, you need to meet people. Any resourceful person in life would definitely love to meet with people of like minds. So you need to meet people who would definitely recommend you today. or tomorrow to someone else, to an organization, to friend. A friend recommended me to the company I currently work with. Like she did recommended me. And fairness, I think I do appreciate her. So we were friends, we've been friends, we talk, we eat together, we do things together. So she recommended me. So what I'm saying is, do not be scared to talk to people that you think can assist you with a new job, bro. Talk to them, bro. See, if you need this, talk to people. I have this skill. I can do this. I can do that. Tell them what you can do. And before you know it, you see yourself landing this your dream job. Reach out to people who can assist you on your journey to the ladder of success in your newfound career. So there are a lot of guys out there. Just reach out to them. There was this period I was so in dear need of a job. I reached out to a guy who works with Huawei. The guy, I told him, guy, I'm a cloud engineer. Now I'm not saying it's going to be successful, but don't be afraid. Tell them I can do this. I'm looking for a Tableau engineer. Okay, I'm looking for a Tableau engineer, a Tableau data analyst. And I went on LinkedIn. I was searching for a lot of people. I reached out to a girl. She was like, but currently I guess she's busy. So I reached out to this guy, and the guy was like, yes, he's willing to assist. And I sent the guy's number to my boss. My boss will reach out to him, and they will negotiate how much he's going to earn being a data analyst using Tableau, not Power BI. So it's all about you trying to reach out to people. If that guy had reached out to me, possibly I would have even gone to meet the lady at first. So sometimes just go out there, tell people. Now, this person you're talking to might not have this opportunity at that time, but someday something will definitely come up, and this person will be like, wow, just like Joseph and the butler, the chief butler. He's going to remember you wherever you are and say, hey, guy, there is something, and from there, everything will go on in the right way, and you'll be fine again. Okay, start applying for a new role. Search for job in your field. So this is what you need to do. You need to start applying for new roles. Like you need to start applying for new roles. I'm saying, yeah, we talk about you meet people, right? Talk to people that you need jobs. Also, you need to start applying for a new role. You need to go out there. You need to talk to people. You need to search yourself. Like search yourself. Like search. You'll be see. I've seen people who says, you know, I've searched for job. I've sent out 150 applications. However, none came out positive. Bro, see, just keep doing this. Someday you're gonna get this job. In fact, sometimes you do this job, you go for the interview, you fail, you learn. But okay, I'm this guy who love Docker, who love Kubernetes, who love Terraform. No, who doesn't love Terraform? Who love Grafana, who love Kibana, who love many open source. However, hate Terraform. I hate Terraform. I still do hate Terraform. However, I use Terraform. So as a last year, yesterday was my birthday. As a last year, I was with my mom. So I had some interviews there because a lot of companies reached out to me. So there was this company that reached out to me and they wanted me to be this great Terraform engineer. So during the interview phase, even though I was expecting them to start with Docker, Kubernetes, they started with what I hated. So they asked me to deploy a virtual machine, a virtual machine using Terraform Linux. I was trying to deploy for Windows because I hated the technology. I couldn't use it. Ordinarily, I was actually frightened because let's go for my strength. Like this is not my strength. Yes, I use it like 60% of my strength lies in Terraform. However, Docker, Kubernetes, these are what I love so much. So I learned during the interview. I failed the interview because I couldn't convince them that hey, this guy is a great Terraform engineer, unlike the other ones. I failed the interview. You know what? Now I went back to Terraform and I started learning, picking Terraform, working, working with Terraform, trying to deploy infrastructures with Terraform. So sometimes you fail your interview. Failing doesn't mean you're a poor student or you're a bad engineer. No, you definitely fail. I told a friend who was preparing to write CKA, I have my CKAD exams, difficult exams. She was preparing. I told her, Mom, you're going to fail because she just started preparing some few days ago. But a friend of mine wanted to write the exam, the Femi I told you about. I told him, Femi, concentrate on this part, that part. And Femi is the exam once. And myself, because I've gone before Femi, I wrote this exam like multiple times. Yes, I had a great score, but I failed and I learned. Everything I learned when I was trying to rewrite the exam is with me today. So you're going to fail. Keep applying. No fear. Research about hiring companies. Read, like, your resume should be always ready. Ready your resume for submission at all times. Try to restructure it. Try to add new things. Try to make it look so lit and good. Decide if the cover letter is right for you. Like, decide yourself. You can actually reach out to HR personnel and guys that are into all this. They can, and they will assist you. Submit your resume and apply online. Like, you can just go out there, apply, and do application follow up. So there are a lot of IT jobs out there you can actually consider. Dotty is the cloud engineer. Musa is a cloud engineer. I know these guys for sure. So they are great guys. So you can actually reach out to them, like chat them up on LinkedIn. They're on LinkedIn. Reach out to them. So I know a couple of DevOps engineers. I know a couple of site reliability engineers. Go on LinkedIn, search for them, follow them, ask them questions. There are a lot of software developers out there, data scientists, IT managers. Like, these are all um field in IT you can actually concentrate on, or you can actually dive into. And also there are more we've not highlighted here. So don't be afraid to take this step. Don't be afraid to be that person you see yourself or you imagine yourself to be. Try to try to um look inward and ask yourself, what can I do? Provided you can ask yourself what you can ask yourself this question, and you look in depth and think of what you can do. I believe you will definitely um get to that point where you've imagined yourself to be. So don't be afraid. Tech. You know, hard for some people, it hard for some people, but should you put your mind in there, you'll be able to get it done. Okay, so I have these quotes from, hey, no plagiarism, ma'am, no plagiarism, sirs. This is actually from Zig Ziglar. He's a great and famous writer. He said, if you dodge your responsibility, you will not dodge the consequences for dodging your responsibility. So now is the time for you to make that thing, like for you to take that step, for you to be responsible. Because if you choose to dodge your responsibility, I doubt you tomorrow you will definitely not dodge the consequences for dodging your responsibility. So I implore each and every one of us to please try to be focused, try to go out there, try to look out for the technology we can easily go into and go into it. Reach out to people, talk to people, take that small salary job in the IT space, talk to people about new roles, network, and you're gonna get there. You're gonna become a tech bro and a tech sis. I think the tech space can be polarized. Believe me, it can be polarized because there are a lot of new technology coming up every day, which they need people to 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 fill in. It's not left for you. Do you want to take updates, tasks to go into the space? I pray you think of going into the space. Thank you all, and God bless us. And also, I must thank the organizer of this trades platform for bringing this. Like, I appreciate you people. It's a great thing seeing young people doing this, like trying to reach out to this community of guys who want to dive into the space and try to talk to them, try to. It's something beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. I did that too. God bless you. And thank you everyone for joining this session. I appreciate you all.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Abimbola Falukwe. Which would you prefer, Abimbola Samuel? I think you like the Samuel more.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Abimbola Samuel. I would like us to, because this has been an amazing session, personally, I've learned a lot of things. And I think this is, if we're to pay for this course, it's worth it. So if someone has come here to give us this course, let me not call it a course, has come here to tell us these things for free, a round of applause is not too much to ask for the person. So can we please unmute our mics and give Abimbola Samuel a round of applause?
Thank you, Abimbola.
Thank
Please
you.
unmute. Please
I need to hear
unmute,
more voices and more
unmute.
claps, please. He did a fantastic job.
Wasiu, unmute.
Please
I
let
know
me
you are here.
voice.
Unmute.
Unmute.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I thank
Musbao,
you.
Musbao, unmute.
Your Kemi. Thank you.
Bimbo has
See
been
you.
our guy.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you, Buki. I hear your voice.
Yeah,
Thank
All right, thank you
you.
so much, guys. Thank you. I really do appreciate that you took our time to put this together for us, Abimbola. It means so much to us. As much as possible, we understand what having a proper guidance can do for people, especially when they're transiting into a new career. The idea is that the mistakes they would have made by listening to people like you, they're able to prevent themselves from making that mistake by understanding the right path to take. And if nothing, I mean, you've said a lot of things. I don't know how many people are jotting down things, but for those who are jotting down things, I'm very sure that you have not just clarity, but something you can always go back to and keep refreshing your mind to guide you in the right direction. And if I recall very well, some of the things you mentioned during your presentation, you talked about choosing a particular career path. So I understand how people are just interested in tech, but they need to understand that there are different areas of tech that you should have the understanding about, and then choose which of them you think you have interest in. So one person cannot be a cloud engineer, a DevOps engineer, a software engineer, a network. One person cannot be all of those. So it's good that you have an idea what exactly you want to go into, and you begin to channel your activities towards that line, so that you're not using 4 years to try DevOps engineering, and then you realize that I don't think I like DevOps. Let me go into cloud, and then you now use like 3 years do cloud, and you're like, it doesn't look like what I like to do. And then like, okay, let me try database administration. And then you spend another, by the time you are done going around the whole world of IT, you would have realized that you've done nothing. And like in Abimbola's word, jack of all trades, master of none. So having an idea of what exactly you want to go into from the start really do help. It helps you to know what kind of courses to take, what kind of environment you should find yourself, what kind of jobs you should look out for, and all that. So yeah, thank you very much. That was one point you mentioned. You also talked about taking up jobs or internship. I have a friend who, when we graduated, I would say, how far? Apply for this role. And you were like, anything less than 150K, I'm not doing. No offense. I'm going to read this guy's profile very quickly. Number one, he came out with a 2-2. He has no professional certification. He has no additional skill whatsoever. He did not school abroad. You know how the work environment can be. Those little advantages, he really doesn't have them. And yet he says he can't go for anything internship. It has to be 150 or nothing. This was like some years back. And by the time he was going to get his first job, after he had wasted years of waiting, he did not get half of the 150 as his first job. So other than waste time, you need to be able to accept and understand that sometimes it's okay to take the little opportunities. It is in those little opportunities that we grow. And like I like to advise people that in the little opportunities, you gather experience. It is those experiences that the companies you will work with in the future will eventually pay for. They might not pay for it now, wherever you are, but they will pay for it, or another company will pay for it. So you want to take advantage of internship opportunities as well as jobs that are, in quotes, seemingly small. Then you also want to seek professional help and join a community. Speaking of community, we have created a tech community, Marite Tech community. And the reason why we have created this community is because we want to push some of the agendas that Abimbola has mentioned in his presentation today. One of it is to put you amongst people who have similar mindset like you, people who have similar interests as you, people who are interested in technology. And because you have similar interests, it then means that the focus of our content and the things that we introduce into the platform are things that are strictly tech related. And we do not just post, say, articles or things that we think, oh, this is tech related and might help one or two persons, but we also post job opportunities that are tech related. So this is a platform you want to be a part of. If you're not already in the tech community, you want to be in the tech community. It's a growing community, and we are hoping that with time, we're able to get as much value out of that community as possible. So if you're interested, we would let you know, and then we'll send you the link. Before I continue with what Abimbola, some of the things Abimbola had mentioned, sorry, I was supposed to do this after, I forgot. So I want to take a few questions for Abimbola before it drops off the call, then we would continue the session. So if you have any question, there's a hand raising button there, or if you, I wanted to do like Clubhouse, I wanted to say flash your mic. If you have any question, so this is what we'll do. You can either raise your hand. If you don't know how to raise your hand here, you can drop a message in the chat area to say you have a question, and we'll let you unmute your mic. So I'm waiting for 1 or 2 questions.
Okay, so while we are waiting for, okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining this session. It's been an amazing session. Especially one of our guys who joined very early and has been very supportive. In fact, Abimbola referenced some of his work. Yes. So also we have some questions already. So Abimbola has another meeting, like he said, he's currently at work, so he has to jump into another meeting. So, but like Yorubas to say, Babaku Babaluku, we still have capable hands here. So we have Peter Kayode, who is a senior boss. Then we have Wasiu, we have Musbao, we have guys who can answer all these questions. So guys, we have experts on the ground. Okay, so feel free to ask your question. I'm also here too, although I'm learning. They are my guests. So the first question we have here, somebody said, what are different areas? Like you mentioned, cloud, etc. So Peter has answered the person. On the chat, yeah, Peter help us to, he pasted the different areas that you can take advantage of. So if you remember, if you have filled our form, why you were, indicating your interest to join this session, we also, provided this area there too. But like Peter said, he said you can also go on bing.com or perhaps on Google, just ask 1 or 2 questions. But if you still feel you still need more, clarifications, you can reach out to us. I will also advise that you get to follow each other on online, maybe on LinkedIn. Peter is on LinkedIn, Magdalene is on LinkedIn, Abimbola is on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn, Wasiu is on LinkedIn. Wasiu is one of my guys that is a very supportive guy, so he can answer any question. So I'm also on LinkedIn, so feel free to reach out to us. Okay. Okay, another question. Okay. I think that is the question we have. Do we have anyone who is raising up their hand? Anyone? No other question. Okay, so in the absence of no other question, I would Magdalene, please, you can take over so that regarding the remaining agenda.
All right, thank you so much, Annie Dotson. I really expected more questions actually, because this is a very good platform for us to ask our questions. However, since we don't have a question, we're going to move right into the next session, which is talking about, like you've heard Abimbola. It's important that when you have an idea what you want to do in the field of IT, you begin to grow capacity in that space. And of course, we wouldn't just put together a program like this and show you how or what you should do and not show you how you can do it. So in light of that, we have a couple of trainings that are coming up very soon, and I'm going to be sharing them with you. If you can see my screen, please let me know you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see. Yes, we can see.
All right, thank you. So for those who are interested in cloud computing, we have put together, we have an introduction to Microsoft Azure. Azure is the cloud platform, and we have this course as an introduction course for those who are interested in cloud computing. So this is what we're doing. As much as we are also a company, we want to ensure that people who have interest in going into tech are not exactly stranded in the bid to want to get to that space. So we have made our prices way cheaper than you would get outside. And for this particular course, you have to pay just 50,000 naira. And like I said, it's just an introductory course, and it runs for 3 weeks from 3 weekends from 8th of July to 30th of July. We also have introduction to web development for those who are trying to go into web development. This is also a 3 weeks course. And for this particular course, we have two options of payments. You either pay a one-off of 35,000 naira, or you can pay twice, 40,000 naira, which is to pay at least 50% of it before the training commences, and before the training ends, you pay the balance. So whichever one you think is more comfortable for you. Then we also have the UI UX design training. That is also a 3-weekend course coming up from the 15th of July to the 30th of July, and it's just 30,000 naira. There's a lot to learn. As much as possible, we have also ensured that our course contents are very, very rich, and there are things that can give you a very good start. If you're able to go through our trainings, I can assure you that you would want to go through more, because you would get good understanding of what it is you're going into, and you'll be able to build capacity. Then we're also having the creative visual and graphics design training. So don't say I'm not a graphic designer, blah. Number one, and like I mentioned during the beginning, at the beginning of this program, you can sit in your house and make a lot of money, and you can't tell where that money can come from. You can't tell what skill you would need to have to make that money, or you can use to actually make that money. I mean, there are tools out there you can use for graphics design, but it's one thing to understand the nitty-gritty of graphics design and be able to come out with something professional that can land you a really good job. What we're proposing with this course is something like that. So if you want to learn graphics, even the use of Canva, there are ways you can understand how to use Canva professionally, that you will get something really nice and make the most of Canva. So we want to take you through all of that in this creative visual and graphics design training, and it's just 30,000 naira, also for 3 weekends. That particular one is starting this month, which is June. Actually, next weekend. It's starting next weekend. Then we have, for those of us who have interest in database management and have absolutely no idea where to start from, and you don't even know the basics as little as Microsoft Excel, we have put together this very, very simple course for you, basic Microsoft Excel training. It's just 10,000 naira, and it's for 2 days, which is next week. So if you're interested in any of these courses, do let us know. We're also going to put the registration link in the chat area so that you are able to register. And then we'll also drop in the link, we're going to drop in the chat area the link to the tech community, so that you can get first-hand information about every of the things that we do and how you can be a part of it. So once again, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you for being a part of this. We do not take this for granted. It's our first knowledge session ever, and you made it worthwhile. You made it worthwhile. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And at this junction, it's okay for us to leave and enjoy the rest of our evening. But while we're leaving, it's okay to also turn on the mic and say goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
Doesn't like
so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Chukwemeka. Thank you, Ephraim. Thank you, Ibiwoye. Thank you, Musbao. Thank you, Uduson Adam Lola. Thank you, Ola Esther. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Tayo. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.